came here yesterday evening, about 22 hours ago, and it's now 4:30, more than 22 hours ago, and I spent the entire day here. I had a little bit of a walk out this morning, which you can see in another film, and which was very pleasant, but put in a good day's work. When you put in a good day's work and a bit of money as well, you can see, you think it's alright. During the First World War, the Austrian army reached this point here, which was Musile, and the River Piave is just ahead, which formed the front most of 1918, in fact, and part of 1917. And this is the River Piave we're coming to now, and this town here was actually destroyed in the fighting, and so that's why it's a new town. Now, I've been across this bridge before, and if you saw my film from 6 years ago, Europe 2007, you can see it in that. Much better weather today, and much more pleasant. The River Piave here is quite close to where it flows into the sea. Now, the town here is clearly quite proud of its links to the First World War. It's got numerous little monuments, and even here on the bridge at the left hand side, which you won't be able to see from here, it's got a mention of of what happened. Which way am I going here? Am I going right or am I going straight ahead? It's not clear, so I'm just going to get into this.
Turn right.
I can recall coming down this road just 6 years ago. Although I have seen the film, so that would remind me somewhat. So this car is Ford Transit. It's got very nice cooling system. I feel quite cool. I was sitting working in the table here. It was pretty hot. For one day I was sitting without a shirt on. I don't think it's decent if anybody calls and you haven't got a shirt on. As he said in the film, Ryan's daughter. I was fortunate enough to still have a bit of time on my internet, so I used that up. Oh, 156.9. See how cheap the fuel is here compared to the south?
After 200 meters, go straight on the Vecchia. Go straight on the Vecchia.
Clear where going straight on is. I think that was going straight on. The strange thing is that with the tom-tom, even though I'm British and this pronunciation is in a sort of English, at times I don't understand what it means. And that there was Via Calvecchia, and I didn't catch on.
After 300 meters, cross the roundabout, first exit.
Also, it's a bright sunny day as I started to say, and it is. I was very pleased with the output from the solar panel.
After 300 meters, cross the roundabout, second exit.
Because I had my computer attached to it, which is pulling about 4.5 amps, and also I had a battery charger, which also is pulling a similar amount. That's 9 amps. And it's only a 55 watt panel, so
cross the roundabout, Exit.
that something is wrong with it.
The Caporetto.
Shouldn't be putting out that much energy, or should it? 55 watt panel, I wouldn't expect to put out more than what? 4 amps?
Take
3 amps. Anyway, I'm glad it's putting that type of, unless the meter is incorrect, which is probably the case. Outside it's 26.3 degrees, although because of the humidity it's a bit less comfortable than it was in Sicily, for example, at the same temperature. And according to the onboard computer, I am burning 8.4 litres per 100 kilometres, which is quite outstanding for a machine like this. If it's correct. If it's correct being the vital word. Because I bought 30 euros worth of fuel yesterday, which is just under 20 litres. And it says I've only got 155 kilometres I can do. Plus what was already in there already. Although, yeah, maybe that's correct, I don't know. Calvecchia, so that was where the Via Calvecchia, the road leading to here. This road forms, I think, more or less the part where there was a Roman road called the Via Anna or something like that, and that started maybe in Bologna, or maybe it was somewhere to where Comacchio is today, and went in this direction, went east. And the Romans very much believed they'd conquer, but part of their way of keeping order was building roads and infrastructure, towns. It was an empire conquered to a large extent, not only by terror, because they used the means of forcing terror on the local population, but also by engineering. And you could compare that, for example, with what happened 70 years ago in Europe with the Nazis, whose idea was quite the opposite, was total destruction of just about everything. Nazis who were famed for being motorway builders, motorway inventors. Well, they didn't invent the motorway, was invented here in Italy before they came along. The first motorway was in Germany before they came along. But that's the image that they tried to portray. But in the Second World War, for example, in Germany, very little motorway was built, and nowhere out of the side of Germany was any motorway built. In fact, I can't think of any engineering projects which were not related to the military, which were done anywhere outside of Germany. So compare one, the Romans, with two, the Nazis, and say in 2,000 years how history got worse, a decline of civilization. Fortunately, the Nazis lost. And this place is called Ceggia. Nice flowers, I like that. Oh, very nice. One of the problems the Romans faced in this area was the water content of the soil, the canals and everything like that. But of course, being engineering geniuses, they got around it. The same way as they got around the problems of the hills, the mountains in central Italy. So, if you ever get asked, what did the Romans do for us, you can remember that bit about the roads, as well as the wine and the public order and the health and the bringing peace and all the rest of it.